Scientists are shocked by Elon Musk's insane new Starship 2.0. Elon Musk stated in May 2022 that SpaceX is planning to build a Spaceship 2.0 that will revolutionize the space industry when it's released. Within the space sector, both Musk's supporters and detractors feel SpaceX is mad. With all of its accomplishments and honors, most of us know that SpaceX is one of the most successful companies in the world. It has one of the most widely used rockets in the world, the Falcon 9, and the most powerful rocket, the Falcon Heavy. Not only that, but Musk's company works with the US military and NASA. It demonstrates that the organization is well known for its services. Elon Musk went so far as to travel to Russia to purchase a ballistic missile on behalf of his company SpaceX, in a narrative that most people find difficult to believe. In an interview, he stated that visiting Russia was a surreal experience. We have no idea how Elon Musk will surprise us or what his next move will be. When discussing Starship 2.0, many people wonder what the objective of the launch of this spaceship and all the rockets on which the company has been working so far is. Looking back, we can see that in 2002, Elon stated that he intended to colonize Mars and would send millions of people there over the next 300 years, which would only be possible if there were starships to travel. NASA will employ these starships to transport astronauts to the moon, while the military will transport supplies worldwide in the blink of an eye. Elon Musk believes that his inventions would enable humans to relocate to Mars at a lower cost. He stated they are working on a technique that will only cost $500,000 to travel to Mars. The Starship's structure also catches the viewer's attention because it is about 394 feet high and has a glittery appearance because stainless steel is used in making the Starship's body. Everybody knows Musk is leading the project, so this project has a special place in his heart. Sometimes things get complicated when he tries to explain to people that he is also an engineer and can play his part in different projects. After learning that it was indeed him, they continued to insist that it couldn't have been him. The spacecraft outperforms the rockets previously used to land a man on the moon in every manner, including size and power. It's prominent due to the anticipation that it will carry a tremendous amount of goods into space in a single trip, as Musk seeks to realize his ambition. This spaceship is created with futuristic chopstick arms that catch the booster rocket and detach from the Starship in outer space, ensuring that the Starship may be used again and again, which is a significant breakthrough in the sector that compensates for the cost aspect. The design of the Starship is insane, and it's about 8 times larger than its predecessor, and the original rocket is the most powerful in human history. The Starship will be autonomous because it will have 50 more Raptor engines, and it's also claimed that Starship 2.0 will be twice as tall and twice as wide as the original spaceship. According to these shocking rumors, the 2.0 will be 4 times the volume and area of the original. Starship 2.0 is technically feasible because it can transport 1,000 tons of payload on each launch. Estimates show that it will take 10 times the thrust to launch spacecraft weighing up to 170 million pounds, and the Raptor engines used are great as well, with new advances being done to make them compact to generate even more punch. Whether you like Elon Musk or not, you will admit at some point in your life that his creations are shattering all stereotypes about what technology is capable of. Starship 2.0 will be completed soon because SpaceX does not waste time when they decide to create anything new. As a result, they chose a new regime for producing rockets, which has enormously boosted operational efficiency. Instead of trailing each component, they're working on the entire project, which is more efficient and time-saving. Musk stated that they are 70% of the way to putting feet on Mars. With this strategy, SpaceX has a good chance of completing its crown project on time. Contrary to widespread assumption, if this mammoth project is carried out as planned, it will cost pennies compared to past space missions. This is partly because a Starship is supposed to be a fully reusable rocket, which reduces costs dramatically. A space shuttle launch costs around 1.5 billion US dollars, whereas a Starship launch costs only 2 million. Musk concedes that the present cost of reaching Mars is illogical, at roughly $1 billion. So if the rover weighs a ton and costs $1 billion to get there, the cost to Mars is $1 billion per ton. To make life multi-planetary, that number will have to fall below 100,000 per ton. When weighed against the difficulty and ambiguity of the task it's planned to carry out, as well as the price of other space missions, $2 million is an outrageous sum of money. Since Starship 2.0 will be substantially more significant than the original, $2 million is practically nothing. It's logical to assume that the cost of a launch will rise as well. Musk has previously stated that he guaranteed it would be less than $10 million. The original Starship dimensions would allow it to lift around 250 metric tons every launch. Still, the substantially enhanced Starship 2.0 would allow it to carry 3 times the mass it could initially, which is mind-boggling to consider. Many people doubt it because it seems far-fetched, but people have doubted Musk, and he generally does what he says he will. A Starship can take 100 people to Mars in a single launch. As Musk plans to send 1 million people to Mars, it would take almost 1,000 launches to complete the vision in less than 30 years. But Starship 2.0 will be able to take more people, lower the number of launches, and help Musk achieve his dream with this monster creation. The cost of the launch of the Starship is appealing, but the amount required to build it leaves everyone speechless, as it takes $100 million to build each, and is just a rough estimate of how expensive it could be. Starship will be a miracle in itself, as people will not be able to take labor along with them. They will rely only on machines, and a Starship will be a place where all these necessities will be available. Musk is very excited about his creation, and he's a man nobody can demotivate. He thinks and gets the projects done within a short period. We can only imagine how excited he would be when the project is completed. So if you want to see the project become a reality, wait for several years, and you'll be surprised to see how we colonize Mars. That's all for today. To be aware of all such stuff in the future, subscribe to the channel to stay connected.